The president has been shot. Not the actual president, but the president of Machinima. Also not the president of Machinima, but Machinima itself. Died suddenly and unexpectedly, not actually shot. Here's our take on the issue. Stay tuned. Rip Machinima was a popular hashtag for twatters. Twatters, of course, being people who post on Twitter. Why people still do this, we have no idea. This hashtag comes after the news that, with no public announcement or even the courtesy of warning to its many creators, the entire Machinima YouTube channel was deleted from the internet. All videos that had been featured on the channel were switched to private, blocking people from publicly viewing them. The news quickly spread across social media, with fans and creators reminiscing about Machinima's, quote, good old days, end quote. Jeremy Azevedo, a former creator and employee of Machinima, stated, "Utter Media really just went and deleted Machinima. Happy Hour, Respawn, Realm, Prime, Inside Gaming, etc. Everything." What brought about this sudden removal? In December 2018, AT&T moved Machinima under Otter Media, a sub-brand of AT&T, in a restructuring that had led to massive layoffs across that brand. Back in early January, many popular veteran Machinima creators were let go. Other creators were sent letters explaining to them that they would be moved to Fullscreen, another media company also owned and operated by Otter Media. One Twatter citizen was reported as saying, "I cannot begin to understand the motivation behind nuking every official Machinima channel. That's like 7 years of core gaming content, gone forever." And in his best hippie voice, I'm sure he added, "Man." Otter's media response to all this, in an email to Kotaku, the Nerd Emporium, was as follows. "We are focused on creating new content with the Machinima team that will be distributed on new channels to be announced in the coming months. In the meantime, the Machinima network of creator channels continues to showcase the talents of the network. Part of this focus on new content, we have pivoted from distributing content on a handful of legacy-operated channels. As you know, we love to call out bullshit on this channel. This quote is absolutely bullshit. Why? Because Machinima was a massive source of revenue for AT&T, and removing it from a strictly business point of view, and we all know they are strictly business, makes no sense. There must be a larger plan at work here. In this channel's opinion, this is simply a reality of a world in which service providers take over content creation, similar to Netflix, and when individual content creators, no, sorry, Darkside Phil, you're still not a content creator, join a conglomerate, then you are at the will of the corporation, and you have no control over what you say or what you want to create. You now have guidelines, rules, and those things suck. I'd like to go off script here for a moment, and while I'm not a big fan of doing that generally because I tend to ramble, I'm going to try it out here. I think this is literally what happens when large corporations start to take over the content creation of things like YouTube. They will control the content that's put out. They will take over the channels. They will control what you see, what you think, what you say. I think it's a very dangerous, dangerous time. I can't imagine being a content creator that's linked to Machinima and perhaps that was your only source of income. You would be effectively screwed. What also doesn't make sense to me is when other places have done this, like when Blizzard screwed people on HOTS. People were practically rioting and saying, how can you do this? When people do this at Machinima, nobody bats an eye. Are you just then left to assume that these content creators will have to go it on their own? Yes, of course, and hopefully they get the support that they deserve. But it's a sign of things to come, and it really makes me worry. Not that I'm a big YouTube creator or anything, or I make any income whatsoever off of this. I do this for fun. But for the future of YouTube, for the future of Twitch, for the future of gaming as a whole, this really sends a strong message, at least to me, and it should to you, that things are coming down that are not positive, and people need to get together and band them together and fight against what's coming, because what's coming is not good and will change the face of all of this. Now, will that lead to the rise of a YouTube alternative? A lot of people that I've been speaking with say, yeah, this is probably the final straw, and people will branch out. But I think that, you know, and I hate this term, but YouTube is too big to fail. And there's nothing out there in the public consciousness that is going to be comparative. YouTube is the biggest one that we've got. And as we know, where YouTube goes, Twitch generally seems to follow. And then what? You know, where do we end up? It's food for thought. And thank you for listening. I'm going to sign out here. Comments, questions, throw me a like if you can. It would be super appreciated. You know, not like I make any money, like I said, but it just lets me know that people out there are enjoying what I'm putting out there, and you know, it kind of gives me motivation to continue. I do work a full-time job. This is just something, like I said, that I do for fun. I have fun doing it. I hope you have fun listening to it. Thanks for listening to my rant here. You guys have a great one.